Imagine this piece being played in a lone space station in the middle of nowhere. The year is 50 billion years ahead of us. Some music will last forever. Imagine this. Year, 788,916,038 AD. Location, small quiet space station about 4,000 light-years from Earth. A young astronaut views the nearest star outside of a window while this song plays throughout the station. The soothing music reminds him of how peaceful space can be. When NASA chose a piece of music that summed up all human endeavors to be sent into orbit with one of their space missions, they chose this music, this artist, this interpretation. The entire world, universe, of classical music opens up. 1249 to 1338 and 1339 culmination. This can explain everything. Explain why we must live and never give up for anything. Love this comment. This is everything. Forever. This and some morning coffee. When you've had one of those days and you're surrounded by idiots and chaos, home tea, the Waldstein, and everything slots into place. Perfect. Pristine melodies, clear voicing, carefully crafted phrasing. Best interpretation by a long shot, so deep that I feel my soul hurting. Tears in my eyes. My piano cries with this piece and make my soul suspire. I can imagine, but only imagine, how orgasmic it must have been for his brain to play such things. Get eternity. Open ears to the heart. The rondo never fails to make me verklempt. So beautiful, verklempt. Is this Mozart? No. It's Chopin. Before I die, I will play this, the ultimate dream, giving life to the sublimest music ever written. Thank you, Mr. Kissin, for the inspiration. Sublime. Semplicement is sublime, interpretation sublime. Gouldest insurpassable. Sublimissime, il n'y a pas de mot pour décrire Genie, merci Monsieur Gould. His phrasing and articulation really is divine, isn't it? Divine performance. This is no less than divine, so amazing, the nuances, the notes, the vibration of the song. The enthusiasm that was applicated on the song is just divine. The divine nature of music in itself. You really know what you are doing. More than no ... you really feel it with your heart. Your music makes me want to improve still more on piano to reach such level as you essential represented on this piece of transcription. The melody is just something blah blah blah. But it is hidden from ourselves mortal beings blah blah blah. When someone reaches the benevolence blah blah blah. Thank you, Mr. Thanks for the upload. Divine. How can anyone not adore this music?
I don't enjoy this. Of course there are many fine things here and a splendid sense of growth from a more than usually Haydnesque start to a very Beethovenian conclusion with full and welcome response to the many opportunities for humor, within sheer delight. But I did find some of the playing of accompanying figures in the finale sketchy compared with Brendel, Baron Boyd, Bishop Kovacevic and Arau, who remain my favorite performers of this sonata. I am sure Pletnev must have had an artistic reason for such vagueness. Or is it just a weakness of the recording? Oh dear. Brilliant music. However, this is a triumph of pianism over musical content. It is too much at variance dynamically rhythmically with what Beethoven actually wrote. Interpretation should illumine the composer's intentions and not obscure them. No, interpretation should make music which sounds good. A composer's intent is never of any intrinsic worth. Can't hear it. Arg. This is pure debauchery. Why do they overplay things like this? I am sick of these overly technical self-indulgent pianists. Let's have fun with Bach, no thought. Where is the humility? Where is the fervor? Where is the prayer? Bach is not Rachmaninoff. This piece should be about standing naked before God. What have they done to my father's house? Sad interpretation. My grandpa used to play this flawlessly. A D sharp. Law. Should have ended in D major. Come on, peculiar modulations. Gave a like for the thorough description. Oh. And for this mediocre sonata also, of course, Typically Zimmerman. The king of all the notes are there. And so boring, horrible playing. No musical sense whatsoever, horrible playing. No sense or artistic authenticity. He plays like a Tom and Jerry cartoon show, good only to entertain peasants. Ha 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 ha. How many mistakes can someone make in a performance? So many mistakes. Damn, he looks bragging about his speed but he fails on some parts. If I was Chopin, I'd slap his face. Boo. Fuck you. Everyone's like Pletnev, Bellini, Brendel, and Kempf opinions this or two Rubano that, throwing around these opinions I never would thought of. Intelligent conversation is happening. And I'm just sitting here, reading the threads in funny voices out loud because it's intensely entertaining.